All right, welcome back to the channel. So Floyd Mayweather warned Terrence Crawford and told Terrence Crawford that you could have turned 750,000 into 750 million, and now you're going to pay the price for not listening to me. Strong words by the money man. Let's talk about it in this video. King Jr. got another video for y'all. Please sure that you like and subscribe to the channel to get all your latest boxing news. I'm doing my best that I can to get this boxing news out to y'all. With that being said, Floyd Mayweather says to Terrence Crawford and many other fighters that you don't have to be in a position to be under command of somebody, and you can basically do it all yourself, basically working for yourself. And I have to agree with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather scoped it out the blueprint for a lot of fighters to take his route, but guys does not have the ambition and does not have the hunger and money hunger as Floyd Mayweather has. And a lot of guys, you know, you got guys that just train hard in the gym, doesn't care about focusing on the money, like Terrence Crawford and a lot of other guys other than Terrence Crawford, that they don't need to promote themselves. They felt like their talent is going to get them further enough, and they just be satisfied with that. And maybe Terrence Crawford isn't a guy that doesn't care about the money. Maybe Bud might care about the money, but Bud seems like people should appreciate his talent, and his talent is going to bring him the big money at the end of the day. But Floyd Mayweather is basically saying that you don't have to scrape and give these promoters and all these other guys money. You can just go ahead and take his route, which Floyd Mayweather took. The route was like, you know, when he won the belts, you know, he vacated them belts immediately because he didn't want to pay sanctioned body fees. And that's smart. Why would you want to pay for your own belt that you won? If you're going to charge a sanctioned body fee, don't take damn near 20% out of their check. Then you got to pay your manager, promoter, and trainers and all this other stuff, and you come out with little money on the back end and stuff like that. But with that being said, Terrence Crawford, I believe he should have took the Mayweather route, in my opinion. I think Terrence Crawford would probably have been behind Floyd Mayweather if he was promoted correctly. Maybe if Terrence Crawford would have took some advice from Floyd Mayweather about how to make more money, I think Terrence Crawford would have been bigger star than Errol Spence Jr., because Terrence Crawford is just too talented to not be worth his value and stuff like that. And Floyd Mayweather scoped out the blueprint. And also, there's another fighter within Devin Haney who is following the Floyd Mayweather blueprint. And Devin Haney has his own promotional company. He's a promotional free network. He can move on his own. He can fight on any platform he wants to. And DAZN is a co-promoter. Eddie Hearn co-promotes Devin Haney, and Eddie Hearn says that he's actually proud that this kid is doing this at this young amount of age. And every fighter should be taking the Devin Haney route. Terrence Crawford should definitely be taking the Devin Haney and Floyd Mayweather and Devin Haney route. And because Terrence Crawford could be a megastar if he would have taken the Floyd Mayweather out. But at the end of the day, Terrence Crawford, you know, he's still with a promotional company that didn't care about him. And that was basically, like Terrence Crawford said, racial bias against him. And he's suing Bob Arum for $10 million because that he was promised the fight with Errol Spence Jr. And also he was giving $900,000 bonus if that fight was going to come to fruition. And Terrence Crawford never received it. And so Terrence Crawford is suing Bob Arum for $10 million and stuff like that. But with that being said, Floyd Mayweather, I have to agree with him on this. I think that Floyd Mayweather is absolutely right. Terrence Crawford had an opportunity to turn the money that he earned from Top Rank and get out of Top Rank, instead of, like Floyd Mayweather say, he turned 750,000 to 750 million. And I think Floyd Mayweather is a very smart businessman, and anybody should be learning how to take business advice. And even Floyd Mayweather Sr. said that everybody's going to know my son. My son is going to be rich, and he's going to be the bank robber. I'm just emphasizing. But what Floyd Mayweather Sr. was talking about as well, he's like, he used to see this rich people, you know, like he always wanted to know, like, you got your nice cars and jet, but I want to be to that level, you know? And so Floyd has gotten to that level. And as Senior couldn't be no more proud than the son Floyd to achieve after Floyd doesn't have the best education in the world, but Floyd is one of the richest boxers. And that's an amazing journey for Floyd Mayweather, that he eats, slept, and bread at boxing to order to be successful. And it proves to you that you don't have to be the smartest guy in the world to be successful. All it takes is motivation to be focused on something that you really want to do, and you could turn that into $1 million. And in my opinion, I just think Terrence Crawford wasn't focused enough. I just think Terrence Crawford, the lack of promotion, the lack of not being confident to get himself out of there in his name. And you know, Terrence Crawford, you're not big on reaching out to the people and getting to your fan base and say, let's make these fights happen. Let's go support my next fight. You know, even though Terrence Crawford got a lot of support in Omaha, but Terrence Crawford, you need to be bigger. You need to expand your brand. And that's the problem. Was I think Terrence Crawford should have been with PBC. I think Terrence Crawford's career would have been much bigger if he was with the PBC over Top Rank. And the mad disrespect that they treated Terrence Crawford throughout the years. Terrence Crawford tried everything his way to make Bob Arum seem like the good guy. But at the end of the day, Bob Arum is not the good guy. He even ripped and stole Top Rank from Muhammad Ali at the end of the day. And Terrence Crawford, I hope he wins the lawsuit against Bob Arum. I hope he wins the $10 million. And maybe, who knows, Terrence Crawford might pull a stunt where he can turn $10 million into $100 million before his career is over. So who knows what the story next is for Terrence Crawford at the end of the day. But Floyd Mayweather states that you can turn $750,000 to $750 million if you follow my blueprint. And it looks like Terrence Crawford is going to pay the price for not following the Mayweather blueprint. But like I said before, maybe Terrence Crawford just might not be interested in a whole lot of money. Maybe he's just satisfied with the millions he's got. And maybe Terrence Crawford's just, you know, not a money guy at the end of the day. But it's money at the end of the day. You got to do what it takes to support your family and not want to work another job under a clock ever again when it comes to the sport of boxing. With that being said, guys, it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.